So hey guys, got a new camera. Should have better quality, 16.2 megapixels. It now has video, as you can tell. It's a Nikon D5100 $100, I'm sorry. Nikon D5100 model. I got it on sale for about $300 when they want at Walmart brand spanking new a Nikon 3400 for $650. So I got a good deal on that. So hopefully now that I have it on a stand, I can now take videos anywhere I'm at. I can be sitting anywhere I want. Hopefully I can start doing more videos for you guys. Now today I want to talk about is bullying. A lot of people get bullied for many of reasons. And I was a kid that since I was kindergarten, or maybe even before that. Actually, no, it wasn't daycare whenever it started happening. I was in daycare, and I was just more infatuated with the little wooden toy truck, and people would like, oh, get it aside, fatso, push me over, and snatch the toy. They didn't care how I felt, what I thought, and they just got away with it until someone stood up for me. Now that's the thing. If you know someone that's being bullied, you should go ahead and try to stand up for them. Because I was a victim for many of years, which I did have friends to stand up for me, and I would stand up for people for being bullied because I knew how it felt. Now later on, in kindergarten, I was bullied for my weight too. And then in intermediate school, around 4th and 5th grade, I was bullied for my weight too. And then high school and everything, but in high school it got worse. Even though I was in a sport, it was harder for me to lose my weight for a while, and people would call me fat, saying you don't need to be in a sport, you're just going to slow us down, all this stuff. And it just got the best of me. And oh yeah, another good thing to do while I think about it is tell someone. But then again, not everyone will listen. But tell your parents first. See what they say. If they can't or they don't do anything, go to the teacher. If the teacher don't do anything, go to the principal. If that doesn't happen, go to the campus police. So as I was saying, if your parent won't do nothing, go to the principal. Go to the teacher, then go to the principal. If that don't happen, see if you can find some way to get a hold of the school board. Go to a counselor there or something, because sometimes a counselor has a big influence at the school. But I had to, my senior year, which I do not advise this with most people, because not all teachers will be understandable like mine. See, when I was 14 years old, I lost my mother. And finally, my senior year, which when I was 14, I was in my freshman year, which was 2007, when she passed away. Senior year was 2011. It was 2 weeks before our senior field trip, which we were going to Six Flags Fiesta, Texas. Now, this one boy who was a varsity football player, and his friend, they were both varsity football. They would always say that us, they would always call us puny tennis players and all that because they think they're all that. That's another form of bullying. Finally, he says, I had sex with your mother, which he said it a lot more rude than that. I said, dude, my mom's been dead for 4 years. He says, that's why she's dead, because I blanked her to death. And y'all can fill in the blank on that one. Because there's no way to say, it's because I had sex with her to death. That just doesn't sound right. And no one cared to stand up at that point. But that's when I just blacked out. And I'm not totally proud of it. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy that I finally stood up for myself. And I haven't had bullies as much since then when I stood my ground. But I grabbed them with 3 fingers. 3 fingers. These 3 right here. Around the throat. Picked them up and threw them against the wall. But I didn't go any farther than that because, one, I was just wanting to scare him. And it's the last resort to use. But he peed his pants. He looked behind my shoulder at the teacher and called out to the teacher for help. And the teacher says, "You had that coming." Because for 4 years he was bullying me, even in that class for that whole year. And the teacher went ahead and told him, "Leave him alone. You don't know what his problems are. You don't know anything about him." But he didn't care. So finally, took one of my friends. He just put his hand on my shoulder. I already knew what that meant. Calm down. Let it go. Now, another varsity football player who used to be a bully, he would stand up and say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to upset you." Because he was finally scared. And I just looked at him and I said, "Look, sit down. It's too late for sorries." Because I know he was laughing at the other boy, which I'm not going to give names out. But the thing is bullying is not right. I don't encourage violence, and sometimes I don't encourage tattling, which to an extent, I mean, I would say confront them first, saying, "Hey, why are you being so mean?" Now if they swing, just dodge, do not hit back, because that still leads to you getting expelled. It used to be different back then, as you let them land the hit first, it was self-defense. Nowadays, if you dodge or if you swing back, you're expelled too. So I would just walk away or run away. They cannot expel you for running. I mean, seriously, if they expel you for running, your parents can sue them. Because running is not self-defense and it's not blocking. You're just running. Now, if that keeps going on, if they keep bullying you afterwards, then go tell someone. That's my advice. Because some people, they'll listen, or, well, they'll give you an answer like, "Oh, it's because it's fun." And my biggest self-defense wasn't physical. They used to always bully me because I had no comebacks. But when I started having comebacks, they got more angry. And then finally, when I had more comebacks than they did, they stormed off. They did not fight me. And that says a lot, because they're all talk. Most of them don't even want to fight because they don't want to get expelled. Because you don't get expelled for like verbally bullying someone. I don't know why you don't get in trouble as much, but sorry, my wife keeps texting me. My wife's brother, I'm not going to say names, but people pressure him into not telling anybody by saying, "Oh, you're tattling," even if he gets bullied. And it does take a big toll on someone. I mean, I was suicidal for years because of my weight, because of the way I talked, because of the way I looked. But when I was 19 years old, I found out I had autism, even though I was in special ed with regular classes. I was always followed around by a teacher. I did not know I had autism at that time. No one would tell me. No one told me, "Well, this is what's wrong with you." And so I had to deal with everything. And I mean, it made me a stronger person today, but the thing is the fact that bullying can have a very negative effect on the person that's the victim. Or sometimes it can have a negative effect on you if you're the wrong person to be bullying the wrong person, the wrong victim. And the thing is I'm sorry, but if you're the one bullying and they end up whooping your butt, it's your fault. And I normally don't want to say stuff like that, but it's true. You should not be bullying in the first place. And, oh, say hi to Growlithe again, it's patty cake. Rawr. Rawr, 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 rawr. He can eat your baby. He can eat your baby. He loves her daddy. He loves her daddy. Also, another, and this is really stupid, but another form of bullying is for guys that have long hair. And this is like really stupid. You see a lot of these boy bands that have long hair, and there's not girly boys. I mean, you can still be a man and have long hair. I mean, I knew a lot of guys, they would bun up their hair and put a hat on just so kids will leave them alone. And I think it's stupid. If you have long hair, that's your choice. Now, how you style the hair sometimes has a big difference, which not all the time, but I personally, I can't have long hair. My hair is curly, so it doesn't look curly because I shaved it to a 4. But it's harder to maintain as well. Her little brother has long hair, and people will call him a girl sometimes because honestly, I can tell it's him only because of his facial features, and I memorize faces compared to anything. But one time he had a day at school where it was opposite gender day, which is really stupid. But the thing is, you don't go in the opposite bathroom. I mean, that's common sense. You don't go in the opposite bathroom. Some people would say that he looked like my wife when she was a kid. They're like, no, that's her. When nope, it was him. But I could just tell because he had more masculine cheekbones. And it's just the facial appearance is always different between the two genders. I've noticed it over the years. But my main point is the fact that I don't care if you're the one being bullied or if you're the one bullying. If you're the one bullying, you need to stop it. I know what it's like, and I'm telling you, the ones that are just taking it aren't going to take it for much longer. I'm telling you, there was another kid that I saw on a video that I saw on Facebook. Hold on. As I was trying to say, I saw a video on Facebook, and there was this one bully who kept pushing this kid. And believe it or not, that kid whooped his butt. I mean, he knew judo. And it took a girl to break the fight up. I mean, the little boy that was being bullied, he wasn't going to hurt the boy badly. He was just trying to restrain him so he won't be bullied again. And if I'm not mistaken, I don't think that bully ever even tried anymore. If you're the one bullying, you're going to probably face those people one day. Whether it's in school, whether it's outside of school, you go to work after you're 18. It's the silent ones you need to watch out for, because if they don't talk about how strong they are, 9 times out of 10 they're stronger than you. Like, no joke. It's just they don't want to draw attention to themselves. And I can imagine fights going on in my head, which I'll tell my wife about what I'm thinking, but that's because I need to vocalize it to someone. But even I don't try and say, oh, I can whoop your butt. No, I just tell my wife when I'm not around anybody, I say, if I wanted to, I probably could. And I say probably because I don't know them, and they don't know me. But I do know my limits. And I do know that if I black out, that's a disadvantage for me because I don't know what's going on. But that's off topic, and I'm just letting you guys know, bullying just bullying isn't something you should do or try and be involved with too much. If you see someone being bullied, go ahead and stand up for the person, because 9 times out of 10, yeah, there's that small chance that you'll be bullied too for defending someone, but the more of you that defend one person against that bully, the less likely that they're going to bully you. I'm sorry, my wife's being weird. Aaron! So that was the main point of that topic. And yes, my dog went in my lap because yeah, she loves me, but she's also my anxiety service dog. I mean, she doesn't have papers yet, but she don't need papers at home. She knows when I start to get emotional, and she keeps me calm. She likes me. She's not a huge kisser in the face like she used to be when she was a baby. She's getting older. But so I hope to tell you more. That, as I said in my last video, tell me topics that that you would like to hear about. I have so much to tell you guys, but if I have a specific topic, then it's easier for me to talk about it because I can go back in my memory and remember the times that such and such happened. If I have a trigger word, like did I lose someone close in the family? Which I already told you, I lost my mother when I was 14, and I lost my grandma when I was 21 years old. And I took care of her for the last 7 years of her life by taking her where she had to go in the car. I fed her medicines, took her to the doctors, made her doctor's appointments, took care of her oxygen tank because she was on oxygen and all that stuff. It was hard, but I don't regret any of it. I mean, she did so much for me. She even retired when a month after I was born. She said it's time for me to retire so I can take care of my grandson. A lot of people say I was spoiled rotten, but I really wasn't. I mean, if I was spoiled rotten, I'm pretty sure someone would already got me cameras and the newest computers or whatever when I was a kid, but I earned everything I had first. But even then, I wasn't able to get anything fancy. I had a camera before this one, which I still have, but strictly for photos. Is a Nikon D70, and I earned that myself. I put back, and I got it for $250. Which wasn't too bad at the time as what I thought. Which it wasn't, because the lens that I'm using right now on this new computer, on this new camera, I'm sorry guys, is $200 worth alone. So I did pretty good, and everything that this camera came with, it came with an 18 to 55 millimeter lens, came with the body of course, but what surprised me and made it, and because it was so cheap to buy, it had a 32 gigabyte SD card in it, which sure I can get one for about $23 I think, but it's besides the point. I mean, you can get it for $23 if you want that brand, but the brand that's in it is about a $40 SD card. It's late here. There's probably going to be some nights, because I'm stressed, I'm going to want to talk at night. Like, I'll go into another room or something to talk to you guys. But I'm going to try my best to get more videos up for you guys. And now that I got this camera, it's more of a motivator, because I can put it on a stand and I don't have to worry about looking at my screen. Instead of the small little camera, now I can look straight at the lens so you can see my eyes better. I'm not smiling right now because just thinking about being when I was bullied and about how other people are being bullied, it's not a happy topic for me. And believe it or not, I don't know if y'all are thinking it too, but don't be laughing at people's misfortune, like the ones being bullied or even homeless, because if you laugh at their misfortune, even you're bullying them. You're no better than the bullies. And I love a lot of cops. They're very good people, but there's still those few that they can be bullies because they take advantage. But what? Yeah, they give the rest, as my wife was saying, they give the rest of the cops a bad name. And I love you. If you're a cop and you're watching this, I love you guys. Don't get me wrong, I love you guys. But I'm not racist and I'm not sexist. I might be Native American / white. I'm white because my dad was white. Which he has Native American too, but his dad was white, so they don't label me as Native American, but I am Cherokee mainly. And I'm not racist. I love white people, I love black people, I love Mexicans, I love everybody. And there's a lot of the white cops that will bully the black cops. Like, you see it on the news all the time that they use over excessive force, and sometimes the person doesn't even show any aggression. They're like, what's going on? And the cop threatens them or they pulverize them. And I think it's sad to see how society has gone nowadays. I mean, come on. We're all American. We're all the same race. Human race. And no pun intended, which someone told me about that before, which is totally true though. We're all humans. We're all part of the human race. And believe it or not, we all bleed the same blood. Red. So, if you're bullying, think about this. And I'm going to leave y'all with this. What would you want if someone was to be bullying you and you had no way to protect yourself? You can't fight. You have no comebacks. Or let's say you have a disability like me. What would you want people to do? Would you want them to stand up for you? Or would you want them to just say, don't worry about him, he'll be fine, and then find out the next day that you killed yourself because you were being bullied? That's what bullies are doing. They're killing kids. And it might not be directly, but it's still just as bad. So, just as hurtful. Yeah, my wife's right. It's just as hurtful, if not more. I'm going to also say, remember, I'm willing to do those giveaways, but I need subscribers and I need likes. And if this video itself can get 30 likes, I'll bring my wife into the next vlog. No! Come on, guys. Get at least 30 likes or more. Peace out. Okay, this is going to be at the end of the video, but, yeah, my dog's playing. I have a dog, which is actually my dad's, but she is a hockey player, and she is better than the San Antonio, Texas Rampage hockey team. She's another Airbud, but she's not a golden retriever. She's, like, really small, and now she's eating the ice. That is new. Like, no joke. I haven't seen her eat ice. But, anyways, back to what I was going to say. My wife's little brother, the one with the long hair that I was telling you about, she's saying that he doesn't get pressured into not tattling, but if he thinks it's tattling, it has to start somewhere. Someone has to be telling him it's tattling if you tell someone. But he gets bullied because of his long hair. He's not gay. He's none of that. He's not even close. He just likes his long hair. Which, okay, good for him. That's his choice. Not the bullies. Not the other students. And I'm sure he'll get more comfortable later on. But I think he's also used to his long hair because his older brother had longer hair. Does he still have long hair? He had longer hair. You showed me some pictures.
Kind of long, not like Devin's.
Maybe about right here.
Yeah, but not like Devin's.
It was about maybe like right here, but the younger brother's is like maybe about down here already. But I guess it started with the older brother about liking the hairstyle. But he would get bullied and they would call him a girl, gay, all that stuff. And another form of bullying, and if you're watching this and you know who I'm talking about, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, I'm bringing it up, but I'm not pointing out your name. Because it's also a form of bullying when people would bully. If a boy likes My Little Pony, just shut up and let them watch it. Okay? So it's okay for girls to watch all these, what you would call guy shows, which are action and fantasy and all that stuff. And it's not okay for a boy to watch My Little Pony or Star versus the Forces of Evil and stuff like that, just because it has girls. Excuse me, when I was younger, I used to watch Sailor Moon. Okay, which is, now that I look at it, I just don't care for the storyline. But I was a younger kid. But my point is the fact that it's still a form of bullying. You don't know what's going on with their life. If they're not hurting you, you need to not hurt them. Whether it's emotionally, physically, or verbally. Which can be emotionally too. People have created a group called My Little Bronies for a reason.
But I used to watch My Little Pony with him. It had a pretty good storyline.
And I don't know if y'all heard her or not. But my wife was saying she used to watch it with him, and it has a pretty good storyline. Most people don't like it because it's all girls inside of My Little Pony. It's the lessons behind it, for one. And two, it does have a good storyline.
And my little brother growing up would spend more time with my sister and me than with our older brother. And he got into our shows. And
as my wife just said, her little brother, she has an older sister, which is only a year younger than me. Year younger than me, right? 93? Yeah. Okay. Their little brother was mainly around them because the older brother wasn't always there. He'd either be working, college, or whatever. Or just like my older brother, just antisocial to the family.
He was in high school. But, he wanted everything else.
But anyways...
He would also push him away at the same time.
But anyways, the thing is he had two older sisters that he was growing up with for most of his life, and that has a big impact on a lot of people, like
all his life.
Well, all his life. But like me, I have an older brother, but he wasn't always there for me. I mean, he was there for me, though I'll leave the reason of why he wasn't there for me for another vlog. But I didn't have one for most of my life. And I didn't have my dad in my life for 6 years, which that'll be on another topic, which is bad habits. And I guess you could say that they both can go into the same video for that. Because because thoughts can be bad habits too. But what was I saying? Spank her for tearing that up, Aaron. But in the room. But what was I saying, Aaron? Before I was so I didn't have my dad or my brother in my life. So all I had was my mom's, which I had my biological mother to an extent, except the fact I was abused by my stepfather.
I
already said that. Oh, well, before I forget again, my wife's little brother, people would legitimately think he was a girl, so let me just throw that in. But as I was saying, so I didn't have a brother, I didn't have a dad for most of my life. I lost my grandpa when I was only 9 years old. He was 69. But, so I only had my biological mother till I was 11, because I didn't get to see her for 3 years. And then I had my grandma, and then I had female friends who I called my sisters. Photobomb by my grandbaby.
No, photobomb would be if she was behind you.
Aaron, I'm trying to talk. My wife wants to make my grandbaby a attention hog. But as I was trying to say, but I keep getting interrupted. So I didn't have a brother, I didn't have a dad. So I had a lot of female friends growing up, and that's why I seem a little bit more feminine to most guys and all that. And it's not a bad thing that you like what women like, and honestly, there is a perk. At least if you know what they like, there's things that if you don't mind it growing up, maybe you won't mind it when you have a girlfriend or a wife. Which
you know how to take care of her better.
And you know how to take care of her better. Yeah, that's right.
Why do we have tomboy? Why if a girl likes sports stuff, she's a tomboy? If a guy likes girl stuff, he's gay.
Yeah, she's very right on that. She says, if a girl likes guy stuff, she's a tomboy, and it's okay for that. But if a guy likes girl stuff, he's gay. Or I shouldn't say just girl stuff in general, feminine stuff. Like, maybe he likes to watch soap operas.
What society views as girl stuff?
Hold on, what?
What society views as girl stuff?
What society views as girl stuff? Like, another thing. What do you think is this color is? Masculine or feminine? Pink. Oh, you're wearing pink. You like pink. You must be gay. Excuse me. One, our meat under our skin is pink. Also, there's a lot of shirts that say real men wear pink, because you know why they say real men wear pink? Because we don't care.
Also breast cancer awareness.
And breast cancer awareness. Look, I'm wearing pink. You going to call me gay for supporting breast cancer awareness? I also have a shirt that says, don't laugh, it's a girlfriend shirt, because it's pink. Which, it's funny, but yeah, it's pretty much saying, oh, pink's a girl shirt. But I guess what it is pretty much trying to say is making fun of anybody that laughs. But, so, I have more female friends, as I was saying. This video's probably getting way too long. It's going to if I'm not mistaken, it's going to be probably 15 minutes. I'm not totally sure. But, if you want me to make a part 2, hit, since I said 30 likes for my wife to appear, which she can talk about bullying as well on part 2. So, if you want us to do part 2 together, I want 60 to 80 likes. And I will talk to y'all later.